Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for January the 5th, 2024. I am Mom and heard a wee beep as I stepped into this. And it's Chris. Hi, Chris. How are you doing?
Hi, Mom.
Hi. What are you doing up at this crazy, crazy hour on a Friday night?
It's only what?
It's like 1 in the morning.
Saturday.
Yeah. Well, it's a Friday night here. Good evening, Rachel.
It's 1 a.m. and I don't know. I just don't feel like sleeping yet.
I don't blame you. I'm working on making myself tired in the form of EY. That's spelled IWAI, Japanese whiskey, which is incredibly soft and mellow, and hopefully perfect for what should be a snowstorm. Well,
if I had a drink of any alcohol, I would have fallen asleep in like 3 seconds.
Well, I don't want to fall asleep in 3 seconds, but I don't have to be up at the crack of dawn tomorrow. And I thought we were going to have a fairly large snowstorm tomorrow afternoon, so I've got everything in my life planned around being home for the afternoon evening. That has changed, and apparently the storm is going to hit us tonight. Let's see what this says. But it's nothing major for us. We're going to get a little bit of snow and a little bit of rain, and kind of meh. Let's see, has that changed? Yeah, it starts between 3 a.m. and ends at 9 a.m. And maybe an inch, so this is going to be nothing, and then it promptly goes up to 40 degrees on Monday, so it's not going to stick around. Unlike me, I'm going to stick around. But I was going to go out and get a log to put on the fire last night so I could sit and watch the snowfall by firelight, and then it all switched to it's going to snow, in the middle of the night. I'm not going to spend money on the few logs I can afford. And I don't like to leave them roasting downstairs when I'm upstairs, so no, it can wait. Yeah, anyway, hi, my Starlight. Thank you for the lurk. I noticed that Great Way to Gre'thor had popped up while I was at work today. And we have red alerts for folks, but other than that, we can do whatever the heck you guys want to do today. Just to have some fun. Probably starting next week, I'll try and have something planned for every night.
Oh?
Well, like we did leveling ships on Monday, which was fun. People could grab a tune, bring them out, level up those ships, do some mastery. And that's going to be fun one day a week. I think we can spend sometimes maybe doing the Romulan patrols, or find all the patrols and do all of them, or as many as we can. The weird things that nobody ever does. Hi, Chosen. How are you? And maybe run an entire battle zone like we kind of did this morning, and so on and so forth. Okay, somebody sent me a message there, and I can't find it. Good. Let's see if that was who I think it was. Nope, wasn't. Okay.
I tried to snow here, but it didn't work out.
Well, it doesn't snow.
I don't know, it didn't stick around, basically.
Yeah, that happens here. We still have probably another month before the residual warmth is gone enough for the snow to stick. But that said, the first 2 years I was here, when they were telling me, it never snows enough for the businesses to shut down, both years snowed enough for everything to shut down for days. Well, they're not
jinxed it.
Yeah, they're not prepared for it. If it decides to snow, they don't really have the snow plows like we do in Chicago. So the main streets were getting plowed, but after we get off the main street, we have to go down a sort of main side street, and then we have to go down a really side street. And there was no way for us to get to work, because when they plowed the main street, all they did basically was shove the snow onto either side. So you would go through 6 inches of snow, and by the time it got dumped into the intersections, it was 20 inches of packed snow. And unless you accelerated like heck and drove through that mound of snow, you weren't getting out there. And then you still had to be able to drive on 6 inches of snow, which I can do. I grew up in Chicago. We're used to bad things falling out of the skies.
Did you have plagues of locusts and frogs yet?
You've been to Chicago, I see. Yes.
No, I haven't, but I'm just curious. Considering you said things falling from the sky.
Horrible things falling from the sky, yes. My Starlight says it snowed here New Year's Eve when I went to see Christmas decorations with a friend. All melted now. Same here, my Starlight. We had a lovely bit of snowfall on New Year's Eve while I was talking with all of you guys. And it was very pretty, and I walked the dogs in it after that, but they were scared by the fireworks and guns and all that stuff, so they went in, and by morning it was just a little bit left.
Yeah. It's funny. You say that you're not prepared for winter. It's funny because Poland had a few, like, we call them Winter of the Century kind of events, where it was like really, really bad. Like it was 1979, the winter from 78 to 79.
Yes.
Which was like so dreadful, and yet still the city managed to function. And like people dug tunnels in the snow. It was so tall. It was tolling trucks, and you couldn't see the sidewalks or anything. You had to dig a tunnel.
Oh yes, I've been through that.
It was like beyond ridiculous. And now, I live in the same city that my parents have lived their whole life, and they kept telling me how terrible it was. Obviously, I wasn't alive yet around that time, so I couldn't witness it myself. But the winter we call like the worst winter ever was the most ridiculous joke of a winter. Like it doesn't even compare to the winters I remember when I was a kid. And right now the cities get so modernized that they completely fall apart. There's little snow that reaches your knees, and it's like, oh no, we have to stop doing everything because it's snowing. And like, Christ Almighty, we used to handle snow where you have to have a shovel to go to work because there's no way. And now it's just like, oh no, snow is towering my boots. I can't walk to work. I'm like, get a grip.
Yeah, really. So I'll send you a picture here.
Ooh, Chosen has a good question. Which starship should I get for Event Campaign 6?
Man, if it's
Plus, Dauntless 2, Protostar, or the Connie 3.
Hey, if you can get the Connie 3, I'd get it. I want that ship. I just didn't think it was available.
I think I would recommend. No, he's talking about the event, so it's doable.
Oh, okay.
Connie 3 and Protostar I have. Out of these two, don't even think about it. Take Connie 3. Dauntless, I hear it's a formidable ship. I just hate the way it looks, and I don't own the Texas class for the sheer sake that it doesn't have windows. I hate a ship without windows. But I hear that Texas is also good, but it's also a miracle worker, so it's probably gonna be more on the power side. More on the power side than Connie 3, but Connie 3 with an X2 token. Well, my fleet leader is a DPS chaser, to say that mildly, and this has become his flagship. He's doing an insane amount of damage, balances that with an insane tanking survivability. I don't know how he does that. I'm like, you have to have either or, but he manages to like do it both at the same time. So, Connie 3 is his favorite.
Yeah.
I have to say, Connie just grew on me. The first time I saw it on the trailers, I was like, what in the name of Q is this? Like, what the hell is this? It's just like a hybrid. The nacelles kind of like resemble Sovereign, but it looks like a Constitution. But what's with the oversized engines?
But is that from the meta event?
Yeah, he's talking about the next year's event.
Next year.
Event.
No, this year it's not on there.
Year's event.
I don't think.
No,
so.
it's not. Well, it will be because the ship came in 2023. So
okay, so it'll be in
the event 2024.
Meta event.
This year's event hasn't started yet,
right.
But obviously every ship that has released in last year is going to be there.
Right. Yeah, Sav, my favorite author, once said that the translation of things he likes to say into things he can say in public is, observe the snow, it fornicates, meaning, look at all that effing snow. Yeah, but here, no, they shut down when they've got even a little bit of snow versus Chicago, where there's only 9 inches of snow that fell in the last hour. You can still make it to work.
Yeah. No, Chosen actually specified that campaign event 6 are the one that's going to happen 2024.
Yay. Well,
so, Connie 3, Protostar, Dauntless 2.
Well, if somebody wants a Protostar,
we've
got one. If somebody wants to give us a better name for Strangers with Candy for the fleet.
Well, you still haven't made the choice.
No.
You have so many good names.
Yeah, but none. Yeah, I probably should narrow it down. I should get everybody to vote on it again, and the top 5, if we can get more than 2 votes for anything, the top 5 will go into the finals.
Because at this point, you're gonna stretch it.
I just want to get that done so we can get that fleet up and moving again. 'Cause it's just been like, ugh. I have so much on my plate, and that.
Well, then you should put them all to vote and
I will do that this weekend.
get that moving.
I will do that.
I just realised that my ship is flying aimlessly outside of the whole system.
My starlight says it snows anytime from October to April here, but it's been a green Christmas and not much snow yet this season. Not quite sure where you are, but it actually hasn't had much snow any place, which, much as I love my bosses, they were going to stay at their snow house, and they decided to come back earlier than planned because it hasn't. Well, they have a place where they can go skiing.
Sounds fancy.
It will be once it gets built, yes. In the meantime, they have a little apartment there. But they decided to come back early because there's no snow there yet, versus last year where they had so much snow that they had to go to the house that they're having built and have it dug out because the snow was threatening to crush the subflooring because they didn't have a roof yet. See, I don't see any Constitution on the exchange right now. That's because it's never on the exchange.
She might sometimes pop up around the event.
Yeah, but
more likely it's gonna be in like the channel.
Yeah.
Just gonna shout out that you're looking to buy.
Yeah.
That's how I got mine.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do, but I've got to put together the money for it first, which I'm working on. Let's see. My starlight says I'm in Brampton, northwest of Toronto, and Sav says, the city with worst drivers. Brampton or Toronto, Sav? I shouldn't say anything. I was in the parking lot, and the guy just wasn't paying attention, packed up right into another car. And I thought, well, that's stupid. So I went off to pick up some lunch from the lunch place, and another guy backs up into another car. What is going on? It's lunchtime. We can't have that many drunk people out.
You'd be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
It's still too close to Christmas, you know. People.
It is. People still haven't gone back to work fully. But the stupid is strong out there. Let me grab a ship. What am I running here? Oh, I have a Ilachi Kulash.
This thing.
Federation, the bug ship. Which is fine.
It looks like an insect in space.
It is. That's why it's a bug ship. Let's see. I want the Fed Orion buff, but bought ships to resell, so couldn't afford it at 150 million. Then it got bought and one listed at 300 million. Last check it was 1.5 billion.
What? Driver's training isn't mandatory?
That is crazy, Sav.
Next thing I hear, there's not going to be any permissions for guns or something. Oh, wait.
Oh. It's interesting. Sav and I have an acquaintance in common who owns guns, but because he did something really, really stupid, he won't be allowed to reacquire his guns when he's at liberty. Boy, I'm trying to phrase that nicely. And so I have them, and I'm not their legal owner. I can't sell them. I can't give them away. Yeah. Technically, I shouldn't have them, period. And one of my bosses is a lawyer, and she's like, call the police, tell them what's up, tell them the whole story, and I'm sure they'll be willing to destroy them for you.
Yeah, they should confiscate it and take it away.
That's fine. Sure. That's fine. I don't legally own them. Sav, I have no problems owning guns. These I don't want to own. If I own a gun, I want to have something I can get at readily. And running downstairs into the garage, opening up the gun safe, trying to get them cleaned and loaded in an emergency ain't the way to do it.
Yeah, those are a bit clumsy. They are elegant for like sports and stuff, but
precisely.
Not exactly practical in self-defense scenarios. You need something that's ready for use.
Oh yeah,
from the get-go.
Well, as I've pointed out, give me anything and I probably could kill you with it.
Oh God. Well, that's a good advertisement. Anyway, speaking about crazy drivers, we had a new legislation that starts in March, if you're caught with, I don't know, what's the way you measure the level of alcohol in blood.
Yes,
Like,
blood alcohol levels.
yeah, the alcohol levels. That
Mhm.
this, I don't know the naming, the nomenclature, the scale
Mm-hmm.
you use, but generally, if it's at least 2 units, your car gets confiscated.
Holy crud! Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, do it, take away their cars. And if they create a collision with anything, and they're caught with even 1 unit of alcohol in their blood, again, car is confiscated. And I'm like, yes, do it. That's the best thing. That's the only thing that's going to talk to drivers. They are freaking insane. Like, I don't even want to say what kind of ridiculous accident, because someone was under influence,
Oh yeah.
happened the day before New Year's Eve in here.
Yeah. So legally intoxicated in the States is anything, well, generally anything in excess of 0.08% of your blood
Ooh.
content is alcohol. That's
Very restrictive.
Oh, actually, it's not. It's not that bad because it depends on how big of a person you are. So let's see. That's like
recognition,
2 bottles of beer. Actually, no, it'd be more than that. More like 3 bottles of beer. But that's 0.08.
Wow.
Hi, Pie. How are you doing tonight, dear?
Hi, 53 months. Wow.
Yeah, Pie's been with us since the get-go. Way back when.
Well, yeah, you waste chosen. You can't mix those. The Protostar's Proto-Warp drive is embedded into the ship. That's one issue. But the Connie 3 is still a miracle worker. They have cyclical warp, quantum warp, transwarp thingy-majig. So it's still pretty fast. It's not as fast as Protostar, though.
How is everybody today?
Doing good, Ed. How are you doing?
Just woke up.
Oh, okay. Then.
I'm surprised I'm still not falling asleep.
Well, we
Yeah,
got your...
slipstream, that's the thing I was looking for. Sorry,
That
English
thing.
is not my first language, and I've been up since 6 a.m. yesterday. It's 1 a.m.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I don't know
I've
what
done
I'm doing up.
stupid too, but you know.
I don't have to do anything tomorrow. It's a bank holiday here, so not even a store is going to be open. So I'm like, whatever. The dog is probably going to be asleep till like 9 or 8:30. So whatever. I'm just gonna. It's the adrenaline. I actually was on a friend's stream and we were playing Phasmophobia.
Okay.
It's, I don't know if you know what it's at. But
Yes.
If you've, yeah. So basically it's about ghost hunting, and Christ, did that scare me a few moments. When the ghost is at you and the apparition starts and starting to make noises and throw objects at you, and oof, that was my first time. I've never played it before, like big time. So it was like, oof, that was a bit. So I think the adrenaline is still keeping me up. Oh,
Well, that's good.
Poppos?
It's not my puppos.
Okay.
That's on my end. It's the neighbors.
Oh, well, say hi to the puppos for us. Hey, Pi, I haven't seen you online with your stuff lately. Are you still streaming your games? Because it usually pops up in my feed, but every now and then my feed gets foobarred, so if it's my feed I need to know, and I'll see if I can fix it. Chosen says, I'm now wondering if the Temporal Light Cruiser, since it's the TOS Arikani, if it would even have the quantum slipstream drive.
If the quantum slipstream drive isn't attached to the ship, the type of it might be, but you still have the quantum slipstream drive.
Yeah, because
It's
it might
a
look like
dead
a TOS ship, but it's been retrofitted to serve in the current era.
Yeah. And basically, it's actually the permission that comes with becoming an admiral or vice admiral, I don't remember. That you have unlocked ability to use quantum slipstream.
Yeah. It's kind of like how we were running around in the NX-01 at,
Yeah.
transwarp
Yeah,
speeds.
yeah, okay. It's because you're special. We're
Very
all
much so.
special, which means, of course, none of us are special.
Oh, look, you got an invite.
I sent you an invite, yes. I figured we should do a little Great Way to Gre'thor. Would anybody else like to join us for a little Great Way?
It's a good idea. I'm wondering. Maybe I'll take the Connie 3.
Ooh.
I haven't flown in a while. I've been skipping Ambassador, Legendary Ambassador, been doing the Legendary Excelsior. By the way, I think the next one I'm gonna do, X2, is gonna be the Legendary Excelsior. It's really performing good, even without that. It's basic X, Tier 6 X is still like really neat. But I'm surprised that it's really performing so well. Alright, good to go. Get anyone else?
Well, let's just sent one off to Id, see if he wants to join us. Would anybody else like to join us for a little Gateway? Gateway's nice because you kind of don't have to think too much.
Yeah, I like that.
And we can keep chatting as opposed to focusing on what the heck we're supposed to be doing.
I mean, it's just pewing and closing gates.
Yep.
What, how wrong can that go?
Yep. Anyone else?
Connie 3 was the last ship didn't need to grow on me. But it just took the course of the show. Halfway through the show, I was like already in love with the Connie 3.
It's a pretty ship. I still would like
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Still would like the Shrike.
It wasn't like an obvious thing from like the first sight. It was like, what the hell is it? Is it the Connie? Or does it look like it's from post TMP era? Why does it not look like something more modern than the Galaxy class, for instance? Where it was more sleek, more streamlined, more organic, kind of looked like a whale. And Connie 3 looks nothing like it. And I was like, what the hell happened here? But yeah, it grew on me. My longest time it took me to grow up into liking a ship was probably the Kelvin Connie. At first I was like, what the hell is this disproportionate thing? I still remember calling it the Ugly Betty, but it grew on me. Like, it took me a while. Mostly probably because it was still attached to JJ verse.
Sav says the Shrike is what I use on my Orion Pirate. Of course you have a Shrike, Sav. Gosh darn you. Ain't one a Shrike when I grew up. And Lexers is going to join us for a little bit of Gateway to Gre'thor.
Ooh. According to TrekMovie.com, Patrick Stewart reveals that new Star Trek movie script featuring Jean-Luc Picard is in the works.
I heard about that.
Yeah. He's been spoiling that. I mean, talking about this for a while now. He's still
he stopped talking about it because of the strikes.
Yeah, but even before the strikes, he was like, he said that it's funny, he didn't want anything to do with like Picard first of all, then he kind of leaned to making it, but no Enterprise, no crew, no nothing, no Federation starship, and then finally when they actually did it, and it actually worked, he wants more. And like,
oh, yeah. When something works, you want to stick with it.
Yeah, but it would work if he wasn't so adamant about saying no. Like, let's be honest. That's what they wanted to do from the very beginning. That's what everyone wanted to see from season 1. Meanwhile, fast forward 2 years later, I still can't try. I mean, I don't want to think back about season 1.
Season 1 was tolerable. Season 2 was ugh. And season 3 was, why couldn't we have had season 3 all along?
I mean, yeah, season 3 should be season 1, but
I mean, we had the same thing with TNG. First couple of seasons were they were a bit dodgy there.
Well, that didn't seem to be a problem for Strange New Worlds.
A little bit
So
different.
it is doable to do a show that doesn't start for 3 seasons on before it actually gets good.
Well, let's see. How many series did we have that didn't get good in the first 2 seasons?
In Star Trek?
Yes,
None.
in Star Trek.
Strange New Worlds is the only one.
No, original series was good in the first season. Actually, it was quite good in the first season. But TNG needed 2 seasons to take off. Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, Discovery.
Voyager needed 3 seasons before it actually could fly.
At least two. So basically, it took them through a total of 6 series to figure out, hey, we should put it together where the first season's good. So that's why it worked in season 1 of Strange New Worlds, is they finally figured out the pattern.
Yeah,
Write a good show.
TNG's issue of getting good after by season 3 is mainly due to Gene Roddenberry was still
Oh yeah,
an act of.
I'm not going to argue that.
It's kind of funny. He created the franchise, but his death actually freed TNG to become something better.
It did, but I think the big problem he had was he was so sure of what he wanted, he wasn't willing to take any risks. Lower Decks hit the ground running from episode 1. I agree with you, Sav. Sorry, my bad. I said Strange New Worlds, but it was Lower Decks and then Strange New Worlds. But yeah, it took them a long time to figure it out.
It's a different convention of a show.
It also helps that those 2 series also didn't have the atypical writing leaders that were always known as problem childs.
True.
I know it's not your cup of tea,
I'm going
but
left, by the way.
Prodigy is actually rather good.
Right, it's not my cup of tea.
Was good from the get-go, yeah.
I just hope everybody enjoys it who enjoys it. I mean, that's what it should always be about. Enjoying what you like.
Hell, I think Discovery Season 1 might have gone better had...
Yeah, they had a decently written...
Someone didn't want to do a complete restructuring of the entire Klingon race in every...
It would have helped. Decent actors wouldn't have hurt, and better script writing.
Redesign of their ships.
They just had terrible script writers.
Oh, yeah.
No. The primary architect of the Discovery Season 1's Doom was Brian Fuller.
You think?
I don't know.
He's the one that directed everything when it came to the Klingons side of everything.
Who's this?
As far as
Brian
I know,
Fuller.
a lot of the stuff that came to be, including the revamp of Discovery's visual side, was after he left.
Yeah.
And they did a massive amount of reshoots after he left.
Some stuff, yeah, but the Klingons...
The Klingons were awful.
Severe departure from everything that existed.
If they were made like an offshoot of Klingons, that, you know, they were away for a long time and they like Romulans evolved or something, or they were some sort of sect or something, but they made them the all 24, 20, how many houses they were, and
the primary houses.
You know what I mean. The primary houses were all looking like human fish, and I'm like, excuse me, what? I love that they had to retcon it in season 2, so like their heads were half the size of the season 1.
Out of all the season 1 Klingon ships, only the sarcophagus even had a unknown Klingon basic shape to it.
Sav says Disco would have been better if it had been in the 32nd century from the start. You know, you might be right.
True, 32nd century was unknown. We knew nothing about it. We've never seen anything from there. They had a clean slate and they could do whatever they want, and it didn't have to have a burn. That's another thing.
They had a lot of things they could have fixed.
Visual reboots of various areas don't matter too much unless something really goes completely left or right field in their appearance changes.
Do we have people on both sides? Just to
Klingons.
get back to what we're doing.
Yeah, these weird Klingons were something that put me off as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you go back and watch Trials and Tribulations from DS9, and somebody says something about the Klingons of the era, and Worf goes, "We don't talk about them."
Looking like Italians in gold lame.
No, Puerto Ricans in gold lame.
Okay.
That was the line that was used in one of the songs.
Yeah, USS make shit up.
Yeah, right.
Which then got a update when 7 years ago.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it added J, because the original one stopped up until obviously Enterprise, and then they threw in JJ.
Did they? Who sings that? That's not Voltaire, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is Voltaire? Hey, he might be at the 2024 DNICon. He was at the 2023, and he was in Vegas when we were there with the Gays in Space Parties, which was totally cool to get kind of a private Voltaire concert.
Oh, it's a shame he hasn't made a updated version of the tune.
That would be great.
Discovery.
Paul and Around has joined us. Hi, Paul and Around. How are you doing? Greetings, Avatar. How are you doing? Yes, we're having a good day. We're shooting things.
We have an STO streamer who's friends with his son.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How cool is that?
Well, aside from the Klingons, the Mary Sue, aka Michael Burnham, was also unnecessary in Discovery.
Yeah, you can
I
make
hated that they sidelined everybody from the bridge crew. Every single person. I still don't know how the names of the bridge officers.
Yeah.
And we have like 5th season coming up, and I only know Detmer and Owoshikun, and that's because they kind of got a little bit more attention. And that was kind of like because of the feedback they received, but from their own volition, they didn't introduce anyone. And like we learned more about Marion on the episode, and I knew she's gonna die in that episode because they started showing stuff about her background, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna die. I'm like, Jesus, they're not even hiding.
Sav says Saru and Tilly were the best parts of Discovery.
Saru is the main character of Discovery to me.
Should be.
The way he has evolved from a character I had personally detested, and he has grown so much throughout the first 2 seasons that in season 3 I was like, my god, is he good. And that's partially because of the actor, but the writing, he got the actual good writing for their character. But then again, it would have been disrespectful for Doug Jones to get a badly written character.
Now the question now is, how many of the Discovery cast will feature in the Academy episodes?
We still hope that they're going to cancel the Academy.
Yeah, that's still kind of tentative at this moment from what I was reading today.
Yeah.
No one wanted it. No one wanted it in the Discovery era either.
Yeah.
They could do so many things about Discovery, but the Academy series that's going to be static, and if it's going to be half the way, it was the episode with Tilly with the recruits. I'm already done with it.
Yeah, because I'm just so tired of Academy style movies and plays and stories and books.
So it's kind of Prodigy's thing now, like showing new recruits coming of age and stuff.
Which maybe that's why I dislike it to some level, because it's just.
I mean, it's not happening in an academy, and second season already we know it's going to be happening on a ship that is traveling and doing stuff. So they're not going to be stuck at the academy. They are recruits, but they are going to be out there, which is pretty neat. I have absolutely no issues with this how Prodigy was structured. It was a bit harder on like emphasizing on the morals because it was aimed at a certain audience. So obviously, an adult that is looking for a bit more personal drama and like maybe some grown-up themes, they might not get them exactly. But there is still stuff that is so good in canon, and there is still like underlying relationship that is, it's not like straightforward said, but there is a determination why Janeway is searching for Chakotay, and the only problem is that it's still connected to the actor. But
yeah, there is that issue. Avatar says, I think an Academy series based in any other time period would fail, but in Discovery in the future, it's an opportunity to showcase the state of the galaxy, what species are up to, etc., which the series mostly ignored. That's possible. It's just that Academy things are done to death. Everybody's got their coming of age Academy story that gets.
And you know how it's
boring.
gonna be. It's gonna be very slap in the face. They're gonna try to make it current events related. And like, yeah, they're gonna shoehorn pandemic, politics, all that kind of stuff behind the wall of let's be friends and they'll work together now, children. And I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, the thing with Academy will also be the age range will be young adult, late teens.
God,
which is
put
just
Tilly
ugh.
into that. Oh no. My skin crawls. I can't believe how they ruined Tilly. I liked her in the first half of the first season, and then they ruined her down the. They tossed her down the drain. Like, she's so unbearable now.
Can't we just have her as Killy? She was amazing as Killy. I love Killy.
And she loved playing Killy.
Who wouldn't?
That's the funniest thing, that she loved playing Killy. She hated playing Tilly, and they forced her to be that ridiculous kid that should not be in Starfleet in the first place.
Yeah. No, she was an amazing Killy. Okay.
Killy was so
why
good.
don't they just do a mirror universe? TNG. Also, the actress needs more exercise. Hey, she had a baby. That's tough.
No, I
Yeah,
never cared about that she was like plus size or anything. It's never something that bothers me. It's the problem that she was so quirky that there was no layer of humanity in her. She was just quirky for the quirkiness. She was supposed to be the comic relief of the entire cast.
Yes.
And I'm like, there is only so much you can take of someone being constantly the same, not changing, not evolving, but like de-evolving because she became more and more goofy. Like, the only time I really liked her was probably the finale of the last season, where she actually does the right thing and wants to sacrifice herself as to stay with the Admiral. But other than that, and that was when she returned after not being on the show for a few episodes. So it was like, we already thought that she's not going to come back, and then she's like, yeah, I'm still here, being quirky and all. But like, she actually did the right thing, and I admired that bravery that she didn't evacuate, and she had a chance. So it was kind of cool. But it was like the only effort where they actually written something for her, and it was completely out of her usual character.
But
Anyway.
if they wrote Academy like the more serious episodes of Saved by the Bell, it could work.
Can it work for 20 episodes a year? Can you maintain that level of writing for 20 episodes? It is tough.
They can't even do 8 episodes with a proper.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, oh my god. Not Paul and his husband. I'm sorry. I just can't. Damn it. It's just like, no. Kill him. Kill him off. Do anything.
I don't like Stamets at all. And
Nah.
what's
Not a single quality of Rapp's interpretation of Stamets is tolerable.
yeah,
Anthony Rapp. Where did he come from? I've never heard his name until Discovery, and I don't think
New
he
York?
plays anything.
Anthony Rapp is a Broadway star. He was original Broadway cast of Rent.
That explains why I've never heard of him. Like,
Yeah.
Europe has never heard of half of the Broadway people. Unless someone's huge into theater,
Yeah.
they like
he was in the original movie of Adventures in Babysitting.
what?
Yeah.
What's that even?
Basic babysitting movie. Kids go on a crazy adventure throughout town.
I don't even know. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's
Adopt a Prodigy Kid.
87 movie.
You mean
I
Adira?
want to say it was a John Hughes movie.
Which one are you thinking of? Sorry. Adventures in
Never heard of
Babysitting?
Yeah.
No.
Never heard of
You're
it.
thinking of the one about the babysitter who dies or something?
No, that's Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Okay,
That's,
Adventures in...
Yeah, Adventures in Babysitting, 1987
Mhm.
with
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
Let's
Anthony
see.
Rapp was in it.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Vincent,
D'Onofrio, yes.
yep.
Yeah, but he's not as memorable as you want to remember him.
No,
You
he's
have to, like,
completely
really
not
think.
rememberable at all, to the extent that I didn't know he was in it till I just looked it up.
that says a lot.
That said, though, Anthony Rapp directed Type 1, which is the movie that Noah and Mary did. And dang!
He's a director?
Yeah, because, it was the three of them putting together this crowd-funded little movie.
Right.
But he did a great job. It is really clean in terms of getting the scenes that need to be done perfectly executed.
Well,
Good direction,
maybe
good writing.
He was good behind the camera
Yeah.
rather than in front of it. So many of them did, like Robert Duncan McNeil.
Mm-hmm.
After Voyager, he completely quit acting. He just focused on directing.
Yeah,
The same goes for Roxanne Dawson. She's like completely focused on directing.
Jonathan
I
Frakes
remember
does a huge amount of directing too.
Well, duh, and we love every
He's good.
single episode he ever does in track.
In anything.
Whichever track. His Discovery episodes are golden. Strange New Worlds episodes are golden. Picard all 3 seasons, even those seasons which were atrocious, but his episodes were always top notch. They always had the tension. They always had the great chemistry of characters. He just knows how to pick them, how to get them work, how to get the chemistry just proper way. It's just Drake should direct the new movie that Stewart wants to make. He should direct it again, like he did
First Contact. Yeah,
First Contact
was really good.
Yeah, but it's with Frakes, his feature movies have been a hit and miss at times.
Yeah, true.
Thunderbirds being a perfect example.
I love Thunderbirds, but okay.
Well, I liked it, but critics certainly did not.
Yeah, critics are such good judgment of film. Yeah. So many films in recent 5 to 10 years have been criticized top down, and the fans love them anyway. So.
Yeah. Critics are awarded to be contrarian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have to be controversial and they have to say something memorable. But
if
it's accurate,
they don't get
it's secondary.
Oh, I forgot he did Leverage too. He directed episodes of The Orville.
Breaks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he worked big time on Orville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did on his account during the filming. Where am I? And you can clearly tell it was an Orville window.
Yeah, Frakes, when he's touching sci-fi or anything like that, he's just nailing it. He really understands it. But like everyone, like most of them, he started whilst playing in those series. He directed episodes in TNG. Same goes for Robert Duncan McNeil. He started directing episodes in Voyager. They allowed him to stand behind the camera as well as act.
I
and
think
it just went out. When just started rolling.
I think there are moments when actors want to be the directors, and some of them step behind the camera and go, "Oh, this is not for me," or they think they know what they're doing, and somebody else politely says, "This is not for you."
Yeah, because if memory serves, Patrick did one episode.
Yeah, and it wasn't a good one. It was the train one, wasn't it? Where Marina Sirtis is a cake.
Oh, that one.
That one.
That was Frakes' job as well, wasn't it?
Sorry, I have to check in on something.
No worries. Yeah, that was a bizarre episode.
Yeah, we do bizarre things every now and then.
It was bizarre, but not in a bad way. It was just
Patrick
like...
did 5 episodes.
Oh, did he really? I thought he only did one.
Wait,
one of
what?
One of the things with Anthony Rapp is, and I have to stress the words allegedly here. He was a victim of what's his name? American Beauty.
Don't get me on Kevin Spacey thing, please. Don't trigger me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's exactly where I was going, and
I have a very controversial take on this. Don't get me triggered.
Perhaps we can leave that for a different time then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's not.
But yeah, here's the list of Patrick's episodes: A Fistful of Datas, Hero Worship, In Theory, Phantasms, Preemptive Strike.
Phantasms, yeah. I remember that one. Oh, puppy, why aren't you sleeping? Now he's lying on my leg. Well, that's me. I'm not
yeah,
moving from this
I know that
position.
one. Oh, we're in a commercial.
That's me not moving for the next hour. Just put his head on my leg.
Yeah, Jonathan Frakes did that whole, is it real or, what was the name of that series?
Beyond Belief. Fact or
Beyond Belief,
Fiction.
yes. Which was reasonably stupid, but fun. Sav says, I'm not sleeping, I'm checking my eyelids for holes. Have you found any, Sav? Yeah, that'll be a little bit later after the show, after the Poochtrons go up. But they were sound asleep. Loki just woke up and went hiking around. We're not sleepy. Hey, it's Friday night. Well, let's do some shooty pew then.
Did you make it to the Total Wine today?
I did not, because I wasn't sure what I was going for. Did we decide on what we're doing to start?
I pulled 4 from the...
You did, yes. Oh, you did, and I got busy looking at the glasses.
Right. It's like...
Let's see. It's green, Romulan Pasca, Ketracel White Fizz. Ketracel White Fizz, that could be fun. And the Enar Blue Glacier. Those are all good. I have to then drink them. Do we have a recipe? Is It's Green a recipe, or is that the whiskey sour? Probably the Enar Glacier would be the easiest one to start with, because that would... I don't know if we have a recipe for it, but I could sure come up with something using blue curacao for that beautiful blue.
Yeah, the text documents I sent you should have them.
We'll go look at that tomorrow.
Yep.
Providing it doesn't snow too much tonight. But if it snows tonight, wouldn't that be lovely? I'm looking forward to that. The Stowe drinking games, yes. In the meantime, let's go beat up on some poor aliens.
Which
Come, my
one should we
children.
annihilate this time?
I don't care. What do you guys want to beat up? Send your
Snow
snow
to
to
me,
me,
Mar-
Marhawkman. Undine. Marhawkman wants us to beat up the Undine on Bajor. You want to do No, we can't. Chris is here. We can't do ground when Chris is here. There are rules that must be followed.
I mean, you don't have to take me.
The A&R Blue Glacier, 1.5 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce blue curacao, 1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice, 1/2 ounce simple syrup, adjust to taste.
I think I can make this.
1 ounce strong or menthol cream liqueur, so peppermint schnapps or crema de menthe.
Okay, that could be. Wow. Doing this cookbook is going to kill me financially for all the alcohol. And it's not going to do my liver any favors either. But yeah, I think for the Blue Glacier, color and appearance is going to be as critical. So we've got two ways to look at the glacier. The glaciers there that are that blue crystal clear, or you get the ones that are the blue milkiness.
Like in the text document, the AR photo I did was
Yeah, to me that's more Rizian and tropical, probably because of the mint and the lemon on the side. But I like the color at the top there. That would be a good glacier color. Does the Kirk class count as a Connie? No, it doesn't, does it?
Yes.
It does it?
Yes, it is.
Oh
It
no! Wow.
Its official canon name is Constitution class.
Kirk class is not a thing in that. It's actually Constitution.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
STO just gave it that just to differentiate it from all the constitutions out there. So
I mean, there's not
So-
only Connie, because they did the same thing for the Intrepid. The Voyager J is also an Intrepid class, but they labeled it Janeway class in the game. I don't know why.
legal distinction so that they can sell it out and
Yep. There's
Less
always
confusing.
dancing on copyrights and stuff like that.
Wouldn't they have the right to the design, but not the name?
no, it was since it was on screen, they could have called it
Not
Intrepid.
Not necessarily.
As
Well,
far as
Kirk
I
class is
know,
an amazing ship. What are you talking
as far
about?
as I know,
Sophie?
it was they just wanted to give it a new name just so that
They could sell
people
more of them.
wouldn't confuse it because of how similar it actually looks like to a 24th century Intrepid class.
For gameplay reasons, no two ships can have the same class.
Not true. We have Excelsior labeled as 2, Excelsior.
Yeah. It
It's-
got labeled. The Excelsior 2 thing was because that was introduced actually in the series before it made it into game.
And I must interrupt you all. Hi, Drunken Heretic. How are you doing tonight? Sav says the seating on the Kirk is meh, because Sav has every ship in the game. Because, Sav.
I've got the Kirk class.
I
Do you?
adore the Kirk class. I think it's great.
Gosh,
I'm
I'm
having
going
a
to have
great
to start
fun with
getting
it.
ships now, You guys are just mean to me.
Plus, I'm currently under the assumption that the luck box that comes out in under 3 weeks is going to be one of the Picard ships, probably a stat.
Well, it's not going to be the...
That is probably the one that they're gonna show up.
Because the January ships always seem to be villain vessels, and
Oh,
the
the
USS
Durst is
Intrepid did play a villain role.
technically it's not a villain ship. It's a Federation ship, but it was used by.
Almost entirely crewed by changelings.
Well, yeah, partially, yeah. And Ro suddenly was surrounded by them. Legendary Excelsior, yes, I do think it's great. It's a miracle worker, has a decent seating. with an extra token, it becomes a real powerhouse. At least in my opinion. What I
A Gaming is asking, is the legendary Excelsior worth getting? Is that one out of the 10th anniversary?
No, it's
No.
the one that's separate. I just said it's really great. Been actually flying it recently.
It's from the
It
11th bundle.
It has the aesthetics of the Discovery era Excelsior.
Ah.
It kind of has this vibe of Discovery, but
11th anniversary. Thank you, Drunken Heretic. I knew I had it from something, but I don't remember it.
yeah.
But I bought the 10th, 11th, and 12th anniversary bundles. Marhockman wants to know, why is crude by changelings a bad thing?
Well, because those changelings were working with Borg that were trying to
those
destroy the
changelings.
Federation.
Those changelings.
Yeah.
I wish they'd do a 25th century update for the Zen Store ships. Yeah, Zen Store Excelsiors, yes. 4 great ships, but only 4 ships. True. But after the 10th anniversary, they're not going to do a huge bundle like that. Unless we make it to 15, maybe. We're getting close to 15. We will see. We will see.
I just need 3 visuals out of the 10th anniversary. I'm not buying the full thing. I said it once, I will say it again. I will die on that hill. Ooh, what's this?
What are the people's hoping the 14th bundle when it comes out? I never hope for anything.
Nah, it's better to get a surprise than expect something.
Yeah. Mar Hockman says the 10th bundle was such an incredible sticker shock it didn't sell well. I would want to see the numbers on that, Mar Hockman. It was one of the few things I jumped on and bought it for both accounts.
How,
I've still not gotten the 13th.
I think I got the 13th, but I think I got it for an impure reason. I think I wanted the costume out of it. Legendary villain ships. There you go, Drunken Heretic.
Legendary villain ships.
Let's see. Legendary
problem
Pathjager. Legendary Pathjager, please.
Problem with legendary villain ships is unless it's bundled with at least one good guy, the bundle will never sell well.
I don't know. I still think there's potential here.
Yeah, but unless the bundle is in a captain's bundle for a single ship, if it's in a 2-ship bundle, they tend to do worse if they're not completely got at least one Federation ship in it.
Yeah, the motion picture era had real good designs.
I agree, Sav. 10th bundle was excellent. Let's go beat up things, folks. Hi, Valerie.
It was because prior to the full announcement of that bundle, though, one person who actually got told that prior to it, told his wife he was buying the expensive bundle weeks ahead of its announcement.
I was at a point in my life where I didn't ask my husband what he was spending on golf. He didn't ask me what I was spending on Star Trek Online. And we both were happy.
That's the best way to work it out.
Yep. You know how they say happy wife, happy life, but it's actually happy spouse, happy house.
Problem is, for this household, if he had full reign, they'd be heavily in debt.
Well,
yeah,
I'm older. My husband was older. We'd both been working for way too many years. So it's a little different than,
everyone
other people.
Deserves a treat.
Yeah, exactly. Besides, apparently one golf club cost more than the bundle did, so... And you need apparently more than one golf club.
Oh yeah, you need putters and wedges.
Yeah, so it's like, don't tell me I can't buy ships.
And then the replacements for all the clubs you end up bending from hitting the ground wrong.
I think Savi's trying to get my attention.
Oh, does she's dancing?
That idea.
That she's dancing right there?
Yep.
It's the Sav twins.
I've had dreams like that. I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah, not going there. Best thing I ever did was when I started working for the martial arts school and I had to keep the finances separate from everything else because that was business. It just rolled into, that was my account, he has his account, and the only time they even slightly mingled was Christmas, which led to the really fun Christmas this year of, I don't know how much he gave the boys for Christmas, so I wrote them each a check, and they both took their checks, and they looked at me and went, you sure about that? Isn't that what your dad gave you? No. Is this more? Yes. Okay, well, there you go. Thank you. I assumed he gave them a fair amount of money. Apparently not. So yeah, this is why it's sometimes good to keep your money separate, and then every now and then you run into the surprises like that. At least now I know I can go cheap on Christmas or birthdays for them. Golf is a hobby, not a sport.
Yep.
So actually, Sav, the thing is, those little holes in the ground where the ball's supposed to go, that's actually where you stuff your money instead every time. And the weird thing is, so Hubs died and I've got all of his golf toys, and it's apparently not something people want to buy. They want to buy their own stuff. They don't want to buy your stinking used golf stuff. I was very disappointed.
You think someone would want someone's lucky club or something, but no.
No, they do not.
Yeah, unless your name's like Arnold Palmer or, Tiger Woods, they're not. Basically, it's going to sit at a pawn shop forever.
Oh, no, even pawn shops are like, no, thank you.
Yeah, because they have so many.
Okay, so here I am. I was married in the early 80s? Yeah, got married in the early 80s when you still got, your wedding china and you got your silver, your fancy silver and things like that. And here it is in the 2020s, and people don't do that anymore. Nobody wants to buy this stuff. So I thought, the heck with that. I eat on my good wedding china every single day. I use my silver every single day. It's kind of, and of course I'm still sitting on the couch eating my pizza on my good wedding china with my good silver. But at least it's getting used.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of keeping it locked in a box?
Yeah.
It's not like you have a visit from the King or Queen of England or the Pope.
Well, yeah, that's true. If they came, I'd probably not let the dogs lick the plates before I fed them, but I can't even put it through the dishwasher because this stuff has to be hand washed. But that's fine when you're one person on your own.
Yeah.
Poor people might buy secondhand clubs, but they probably aren't going to play golf. Okay, I can see that. All right, anybody want to join us for some destruction?
Sure.
Okay, well, you're already part of the team, Chris. It's still part of the team. We got room for 2 more people in the team to do destruction.
Yeah, except that my eyelids are becoming heavier, so it will probably be my last one.
Okay. Let's see. 2012. Ooh, I was very old. Good thing I didn't wait till then. Though I suspect if you waited till 2012, you might have had reasons to wait till 2012.
My parents got hitched in 1981.
Yeah, that's when I got married. Oh, God, that makes me old. I'm old enough to be your parents.
Oh, come on.
I got married young, too.
Well, my mom was 19 then.
Okay, I was slightly older than that.
Yeah, parents got married in 81. I got married in 07.
It took me 6 years to be born.
Oh, that must have been tough on your mom.
No, she was pregnant before, almost directly after, but she had a miscarriage, and they couldn't get the stuff working for the next few years. I keep saying I'm a Chernobyl child because if you count the time from the moment that Chernobyl power plant exploded and the clouds circled the Earth to actually reach Poland because the wind was blowing the opposite direction, and you count 9 months from this, then I was born. So it kind of all checks out. So it was definitely the Chernobyl miracle.
Well, that worked out well for you.
Yeah, I mean, worked perfectly.
And High
Just turned out
Valley.
a bit wicked and gay, but whatever.
So, A Gaming says 2012 was when same-sex marriage was legal. Was it really that long ago? 11 years ago.
Well, meanwhile, we don't have anything like it.
Well, one of these days.
Even though, like, the European Tribunal of Human Rights said that we should honor everything, but
Yeah, you should.
we have no legislation for it. And system-wide, it's just like, yeah, you're not gonna. I mean, there is a chance that the new government might actually push that through, but it's gonna be a real scrap.
Yeah, saying we should is really just lip service if you don't put the legislation to work.
I mean, the government never said that they should. They've never, like, really officially acknowledged it, the previous one. The new one is kind of trying to think about taking on the responsibility of at least give us the partnerships, but that's still a bit insufficient. I don't know. People who are hitched in a different country because they did it deliberately to be married.
We will.
We will?
Yep. They just don't have the they're not recognized the same way as a marriage in here because we don't honor it because, oh my god, marriage is just between man and woman. Well, no, it's not. It's a made-up definition that can be modified. We just have to agree on that.
Sav, why are you giving me toys? Of course, they're all marked II.
Oh?
Yeah, she's giving me toys, which I'm going to accept, but I don't
Christmas
know why
was 2
she's
weeks ago.
giving them to me. Sav, why are you giving those to me?
Christmas was 3 weeks ago. What the hell? 2 weeks ago.
And she said, because I can't... You know I'm going to have to now put them on a ship. Otherwise, they're going to sit in my inventory.
Oh, no.
And then she's going to yell at me for
They're
having
gonna make
stuff
you
in my
clean it.
inventory. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, well, you gotta redeem. People gotta use it.
Fine, fine. Our sweet Prince Harambe?
Sorry, who?
Harambe, if I remember right. Harambe was a...
He was a
gorilla?
silverback gorilla
Yeah. I mean,
who was living at the Chicago Zoo. He was originally born at the Brownsville Zoo down
He was
here.
at the Chicago Zoo. Which one? It had to be Brookfield. Sav doesn't want to save the world. She wants to watch it burn and roast marshmallows. You know, Sav, there are days I feel that way, and then I turn into me.
But
Oh my God, my
a
ship's so
child fell
tiny.
into its enclosure.
Oh, right, and they
And-
shot him rather because they thought he was
Then-
going to harm the baby. The child.
Even though there were no signs of it, but they were.
Oh, now I remember.
Yeah, their standard
was
operating procedure was
ridiculous.
to eliminate.
Well, if it was Chicago, I'd totally believe that because in Chicago, Spider-Man Dan decided to climb the Hancock Tower, climb up the exterior of the Hancock Tower. And they decided to deal with it by using water hoses to force him down. In other words, they were going to kill him. Welcome to Chicago. Hancock, not Handcock. Those, is it still the Hancock? Yeah, I think it's still the Hancock. We're Chicagoans. The Sears Tower is still the Sears Tower. I don't care that they named it something else. They're wrong. So there's this stupid commercial on the internet now for how to stop a fire in your house by using a fire blanket, which in and of itself is a fine idea, nothing wrong with it. But the commercial for why they sell this and think it's a good idea, I mean, how could you have handled this better? Yes, you could have used a fire extinguisher, but it would have made a mess. But it would have stopped the fire. Isn't that good enough? Pew, 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 I can take these out. This is a cute little ship, but it's kinda ineffective.
Yelhachi one?
Yeah, this is the Yelhachi. I'm almost done with mastery on it, so once that's done, I will either equip it into a proper ship, upgrade everything, and leave her in the inventory, or I'll go find another ship. Or both. Could be both. Did you know that line was not in the original script, Sav? The Yippee-ki-yay line from Die Hard was originally Yippee-ki-yay, you asshole. Not nearly as good as the final line. And Sav says yes. Because, you know, Sav knows everything. Yep. There's the line in Blazing Saddles that Gene Wilder said. That wasn't in the script. That was brilliant. And Han Solo's last line in whatever the second one was. What was the second one? Revenge of the Empire? The Empire Strikes Back? Empire Strikes Back, that was it. Also improv. Gaming says, I honestly don't know how people can keep on top of all of the different builds of every ship. Me either. And I've got spreadsheets, and it still doesn't help sometimes. There we go. How's everybody else doing on this? Ah!
Alright.
Stupid plasma!
Uh-oh.
It wasn't my fault. Alright, let's get this one going. Sav says, Ben Affleck tried to ad-lib in Jersey Girl, and Kevin Smith says to him, if you want to ad-lib, go make your own movie. And Affleck retorts, I did, and it won Academy Awards, Kev. It's funny.
I hate those guardian thingies. You use the...
Yep. I'm trying to stay close enough to the hull to not die when those things come over. I think I didn't watch Ben Affleck as Batman, Sav. I did, however, watch Godzilla again. Dang, that's a good movie.
Which one?
Godzilla minus one. The new one.
Every time I watch the Batfleck movies,
Batfleck.
I'm like, all I can hear is his Jersey Girl line about how he doesn't want to be Batman. Maybe he doesn't want to drive the Batmobile.
Sounds very whiny. Snarg! Fine, I'll go over there then. While I'm waiting for myself to get undead here, Godzilla minus one is excellent. For done on the incredibly low budget they did it on, it's amazing. Good story. Yeah, I had heard that about the new series too. Fine, I'll go over here. I don't need to go close. I don't need to die because of that stupid plasma.
I've been loving the Monarch series myself.
Is that the one on Netflix?
No, Apple.
Apple.
A Terran dreadnought has escaped. That is unfortunate.
Kurt Russell and his son play the same character. Nope. I've learned my lesson.
Which they've done before in the movie Soldier.
Oh. So how come the plasma doesn't take out these Terrans, huh? Huh?
They have immunity.
Well, that's not fair.
Terrans aren't fair.
Terrans read Sun Tzu. Yeah, but so do Earthers. Yeah, actually, that's one of the things we have to teach in martial arts is it isn't you punch once and they punch once. It's very hard to try and teach people you don't want to be fair. One 150 Terran vessels dead today.
So much death.
The plasma accelerators in the left lane have been disabled. Enemy dreadnought on escape vector in the left lane. All plasma accelerators are down. Well done.
I'm heading back over to the right side.
Their head on shield generators. Disable their shielding and destroy them. One of your allies has escaped successfully. An alliance vessel has successfully escaped. One of your allies has escaped successfully. One of your allies has escaped successfully.
Isn't that a bit redundant? Escaped successfully. Escaped would suffice.
Yeah.
Right.
Phrasing is a bit unfortunate.
Gaming, I'm going to tell you one thing that we try and teach our kids. Don't assume kicking somebody in the balls is going to work. Because not everybody reacts the same way. Aim lower, kick him in the kneecap. They're not getting back up for a while.
The Guardian has destroyed one of your allies.
Yeah, and sometimes hitting him in the balls just makes him even madder. So, nope. Nope, go for the kneecaps. Especially if you just managed to kick the kneecap off completely, which is actually pretty easy to do.
All of the left lane field generators have been eliminated.
Shadow says, as a kid I was lucky, never had to do any kneecapping or crotch crushing, so thankful I was born ugly.
God.
I didn't have to do anything fun as a kid, I picked it up as an adult. I never, well, that's not true. I've had to use it. I'm not happy about that. But that's life.
A Terran dreadnought has been destroyed. An Alliance vessel is reporting severe hull damage.
There is nothing wrong with avoiding fights.
There are no shield generators remaining in the right lane.
Was that one of the things you were planning on doing, Shadow? Is that one of the things you wanted to do?
The shield generators in the center lane.
I mean, think about it. We've got our fleet here. We've got everybody having their attributes. We've already got Pretty because we got Sav. So fill one of the other niches with something with which you are awesome. And don't worry about being something else. Unless that's what you want.
I guess I left out the part where I never really went to achieve it.
Yeah, I was looking at something
Getting
that...
pretty's expensive.
Yeah, it is. And keeping pretty is expensive and time consuming. So I was reading something that Thomas posted about, that was a repost, about kids coming out of college looking for jobs as developers and basically not having the attributes that they should have gotten in school because the schools didn't teach it to them.
Yeah.
But there's
I agree
also
with that completely. All the new guys, they come out, they expect an ID that does it almost all for them while they click a button that does the thing for them. They don't actually have any idea how to dive into nuts and bolts, work backwards, work forwards.
yep,
They have no idea how to do any of that. Problem solving, all that stuff.
yep. But the other thing that he pointed out is at some point you might have to acknowledge that maybe you're not that good. I mean, half of the class does graduate in the bottom 50%.
I mean, no joke. They come out and they expect 60 grand a year off the bat,
Yeah.
and so they float around for a while, and then they end up. If you get a job at a starting pay of that much, right?
Oh my God.
When you hit it, they're not going to have a pretty application that takes care of your job for you. They might not even have a complete code base if they're dumb enough to pay you that much off the bat in like the South, for instance.
Yeah.
Right. So it's crazy, and then I'll oftentimes have a lot of my younger peers. They'll be like, "Why are you paying him so much?" And they have no idea that because it's tough to. I cannot have a career and apprentice somebody at the same time. Does that make sense?
Does to me. But yeah, there was one point where I was doing something and making more money than I'm making now, but of the people in the world, I was the one person who could do it. And that means I could ask for a certain amount of money and could get it. So somebody decided they could do it for half of what I was doing it for. And my boss just kind of laughed at him.
You bring up a good point. Like computing, they watered it down. They told everybody to go get a degree in it. You can get a quick, easy job that pays probably more than some factory, definitely more than like a restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they told everybody to go do it. And see, they did the same thing with the medical stuff, right? Like everybody to go be a nurse. You've seen the late night commercials, right?
Yeah.
And they encouraged a whole lot, especially young women, throughout these last couple of decades to go get nursing degrees. And now they're watered out when it's really, we needed them to have been aiming further. We need doctors and all that other stuff. So
Yeah, we need
kind of,
nurses desperately.
Yeah, the Stinto pool jobs used to be the big push.
Mm-hmm.
And when, word processors and fax machines and copiers came to be things, it stopped needing to be a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, they push it, and if there's some crazy new job that people can get money at, don't you think they're going to do it eventually? Right? They're going to find it. People are going to know about it, but they artificially push people to inflate an industry that even they themselves couldn't control at that rate, and here's where we are.
Like it's like right now the big things are the medical transcribing and billing.
Yeah, that's not a job. Oh, that's horrible jobs. And you see them advertising for it. The company says, well, we'll train you for it. You will spend thousands on the training, and you may or may not get a job.
Yep.
It's just another one of those scams. Let's see, who is that? Rachel says, I'm thinking of leaving healthcare. Yeah, Rachel's been in it for a long time. She lasted a lot longer than I did. When I was in it, because of what I was doing, burnout level was about 7 years. Rachel has been in there way longer than that. She is a amazing person for being able to do it for so many years. Well, I've not had anything in medical as a lousy job. That's just not true. I loved what I did. But I worked for a big university, and they don't pay as much as being out there in the real world. Because I've got the University of Chicago hospitals on my resume, which looks great. But I probably made 50% less than the same person working in the regular market did for what I did. Drunken Heretic has redeemed TFO domination for 1,000. Drunken Heretic, this means you get to pick out the next TFO.
Well, I'm out for the stream. It's too late for me, and I'm
go to
really
bed,
pulling
Chris.
sleep.
Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning. Go to bed. Go to bed. Say hi
It
to
was
the
lovely
puppos.
seeing you.
It was good to see you too.
Flying a bit and chit-chatting. Hope to see you probably next week.
I'll be back on Monday. I might be on Sunday morning too. We will see.
Oh, in that case, I might even pop in then.
I was thinking about starting up a Sunday morning show, nice little Sunday morning worship.
Oh, nice,
WARSHIP.
Ooh.
Ooh. So we will see if I start this Sunday. Probably depends on if I do the practice drinking with recipes from ID this Saturday. We will see.
Oof, good luck with those.
Indeed. Okay, Drunken
All
Heretic has called for Hive Onslaught. So Chris, sleep well. We will talk to you soon. Other than that, we got room for one more for Hive Onslaught, but I am not doing it on the ship, folks. I mastered it. I'm going to go grab something that actually functions.
Alright, cheers guys. See you around.
Take care, Chris. Sleep well.
Bye.
Take care of the puppies.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Thanks.
Let's go see if I've got anything else here set up. Oh, come on. Nothing set up? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I hate all these ships. This tune definitely needs a ship. Let's see. I'm going to put you in charge.
Okay.
If you will invite me back in just a moment. You are now the team leader. Let's see. I'll grab my tank here. Now I can play Hive Onslaught. Good night, gaming. Sleep well. Take care. Let's see if I'm... Yes, I'm in the Jamam Haron, so if you would invite me, there's an X for you. I set the alarm for 4 this morning. Got up, looked at the clock, thought, I can sleep another half hour. And as it will tell you, I woke up later and thought I read it. The clock is 5:56, meaning there's only 4 minutes to get the show up running and make coffee and walk the dogs and feed the dogs. So my brain's like, good, you can sleep in. I thought, okay, but I need to go to the bathroom first. Looked at the clock again. Oh, it's only 5:06. I have to do a show this morning. Oh, that. Let's go back to that one. There we go, that's better. But if I trade that out for that one, that should be fun. Are you still in charge, Id? Or did you make me in charge again?
I made you in charge.
Okay. Alright, you did say Hive Onslaught, correct? Hive Onslaught. We'll do it the easy way. Yes, hold on. Since we've got 5 here. And here we go. Marhockman has a new variant of his plasma torpedo dispenser. Is that like a Pez dispenser?
Well, it also means he has to stay more than 2 kilometers from any targets that those will explode on.
Ooh, sweet.
Because if
Thanks,
he doesn't, he'll blow himself up.
That's what makes it fun. Trying to remember the things you should and shouldn't do at the same time.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel.
Also, we should stay 2 kilometers from anything he's shooting at. Well, I'll just go shoot at other things then.
Most splash damage from your torps only affects you.
Yeah, but remember we get warp core breaches with the Borg that are good for making you go splody.
Yeah, I know. I've killed Q Continuum numerous times in binary stars.
I think we were playing this morning, and it was one of the fastest times through because all of a sudden we're done with the entire screen and we're into the cutscenes like that.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
I am Resistance. This is not the end.
And we have another commercial running. That's a lot of commercials tonight.
And your one science appears to have failed at their job. For sub-nuking her.
But, yeah, I had one on the previous tune. And so my brain's going, where's my sub-nuke? Where's my sub-nuke? Oh, it's on the other account. Yes. Oh, it's there someplace. Excuse me.
Alfie!
May I change captains?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm actually going to bail.
Okay.
Thank you for your lenience.
Have a good night, Id. I presume you're off to bed or to eat or one of those important things.
One of those important things, yeah.
Okay. Take care, and we will talk to you soon.
Yep.
Alrighty.
You have a good one, sir.
I'm going to clean out this inventory, and I'm up for one more, I think, tonight, and then I'm going to go walk the Hellspawn since they're now awake. But that means also my neighbors are now awake because the Hellspawn are up. Just make sure everything we want to get rid of is gone. Yep. Alright, we got room for 2 more folks if you'd like to join back in. Muse Knuckle, let me know when you're ready and I'll re-invite you. Oh, there you are. Duh. And we need somebody, if somebody wants to join us, great. Otherwise, we can just do one and see if some poor fool gets invited. And you are on... Where are you? I can't even say that.
Amaterasu.
That one, yes. There you go.
Japanese god.
Ah, okay.
Also featured as a character in Stargate.
Aha! Well, I've learned something new today. Let's see, what are those? Those are isomorphic injections.
Well, my ship's name is Revenge of the Goa'uld.
You're not talking smack about him, are you, Mark Hawkman? those.
This ain't one of my top DPS characters. This is one of the many lower level ults
Yes.
in that setup of
Excuse me. Ovi, stop. That was a very evil laugh. Thank you. We could go random. You guys willing to do random?
On your lead, Admiral.
Hiya, Cliff. How are you? And a woof to you, too. Weeboo?
uh-huh.
Well, TFOs don't give you as much in mastery as patrols do. How are you doing tonight, Cliff? Let's see what we get here. I'm going to have a talk with that girl. So it's something spacey. Oh, okay.
DS9s, all of
Oh, awesome. I like this one. It's real scrappy.
I am fine. This fine soon to be wintry night, Cliff. We are expecting snow, but not much. Too bad.
DS9s, all
But it's supposed to be from like 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. or 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. And if it does, I'll move the bed over by the window so I can watch the snowfall from my window. From my bed. And dogs will go to sleep as soon as they get their walk. And their snack. And then part of my snack. And then I'll go to sleep. Well, they'll get up on the bed. The big girl will cuddle up. And then the little one will get up there and start going, but Mom. Oh, please, just let me sleep, dear. But I want to play. Well, Rachel, I will be out in
Deep Space Nine is
Philadelphia in a couple of months now. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I will get that set up today. I had to fly around in Pennsylvania once when I was with a different company. And we were flying from little town to little town to little town to go talk to 3 different hospitals and then back to wherever the heck we were based out of that day. And it was the same plane for all 3 flights and the same pilot. It was actually kind of funny. It was one of those planes that was so small the pilot also helped serve the food, what little there was. So the co-pilot would take over and he'd be passing out the snacks and the coffee. And if I remember right, it was Captain Picard, which just was like, no. He goes, yeah, yep. Last part of the flight, though, was snowing so much. And they had the door open to where the pilot sits, so you could see the snow just pounding that front windshield. And I'm thinking, is this how it all ends? In a plane in Pennsylvania. With Captain Picard. We finally land at whatever airport we landed at. And, of course, we're taxiing back to the airport itself. And the airline attendant comes on and starts doing the, please stay seated until blah, blah, blah. And somebody undid their belt. And she goes, I heard that. Put that back on. Yeah, no, not the way I wanted to die. Clearly they knew what they were doing. You're getting that one. Let's see if I can get to this one. We've got 27 seconds. We might get over there in time. Well, that was an ominous sound. They bought their tickets. I say let them crash. Thank you very much.
Something massive is coming.
That's a movie we should watch this weekend.
Something massive is... Yes.
Yes, we know. Apparently there's prizes over here. There we go.
Surrender to the Terran Empire.
Yeah. Maragman goes, no, you surrender. No, you. I'm going to tell the Emperor what you said. Oops, wrong button.
Make repairs.
Don't think so.
Surrender now. And the Terran Empire.
DS9 to Alliance Fortress. Parak Nor has been disabled.
Come. They need to do better dialogue. We came here to chew bubblegum and kick butt, and we're all out of bubblegum.
You are fools to oppose us. We've conquered everyone else in our reality. The Emperor. Crush.
Where are all the people on mic tonight? Everybody's being quiet tonight, Cliff. Hey, I like They Live. That is a fun movie. I won't say it's the most highbrow sci-fi movie I've ever seen, but it is fun. Well, we've only landed 9 assault teams. Was that John Carpenter? I don't know. Thank you. That was a yes. The Rockin' Donkey has followed us. Thank you so much for the follow. I was so surprised by that follow that I forgot to drop off the people. Ugh, I'm the Uber. Has to go back and drop off the people. There we go. Though, do you remember when this used to be a little bit more fun because you could just beat the heck out of Lita?
Yes, I've been in many of those teams that have made her say funny things.
Prepare to feel the wrath of make emergency repairs, something like that?
Uh-huh.
Starship Troopers is another great movie. Of not particularly deep, but fun.
Like I said, I like it because it's pretty close quarters, you know. And none of the things you have to do in this, like anybody couldn't do, right? It's all close enough. It's all there.
We're talking Starship Troopers or something else?
I was talking about this STO, like about how much I love it.
I know Ed and one of his German fleets would do this repeatedly on Saturday mornings to see how many portals they could close and how many troops they could transport. And they were coming up with some absolutely crazy numbers.
You can also do crazy numbers with the, that Romulan ground one.
The Romulan ground one, which one?
The Romulan base one. With all the Oachi.
Oh, okay. I had forgotten about that one. Maybe I'll have to go dig that one up one of these days. Where are we at? 35 seconds. Well, let's see if I can do this. Nine seconds. Oh, this is going to be tight. Oh, got too far out of the arc. Yep. Oh, okay, it took him. Yay! Beamed him into space, but you know, hey, you can't have everything.
Our reinforcements will put you in your place.
So much for the paradox. Oh, it's still the venture to get there. Come on, let me target it. There we go. Yay!
You haven't seen the last of me.
So I'm reading Outlander but thinking Highlander. They are slightly different.
Darkmom has been sent back to the mirror universe.
Yay! Actually, that worked out really well. And I got a fair amount of loot, so Sav will be happy because I'll have stuff to mess up my inventory. What's the max for this? 370? That I know of. Oh, Sav, don't say boo. We done good, Sav. There can only be one monster. So, was Outlander the one on Mars? What was Outlander? Yes, before we had children, my husband and I used to go to the movies a lot. Because, you know, it's something to do. Okay, definitely not the Outlander I was thinking of. Ooh, with Ron Perlman. How sweet. Maybe I'll have to go watch it then. All right, but with that said, I'm going to go get the heck out of here. Go take care of the chillins. Vikings and monsters. Yep, well, Vikings and... we can be a little monstrous some days. I'm going to go take out the children. Let's go see what other people are doing. Maybe we'll go raid somebody. Oh, somehow my Twitch disappeared there. Twitch, come back to me. Twitch, come back. Let's see. Well, we have DL Grayson, Medic 357, Laserloo, DJ Ston, Vash Syndicate, has been on TV. Anybody have a preference as to who we go raid?
Not Ston, because that's a music channel.
Okay. We have a vote here for Medic 357.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, Medic 357 it is. So we're setting up this raid here. It takes 10 seconds. So, everyone, if you haven't given Medic 357 a follow, please do so. Share the love. We will be back maybe Sunday morning, for sure Monday morning. Am I on tomorrow? Not at this time, Cliff. Weather permitting, I'm going to be working with my son tomorrow. Trying to get another box of stuff put away. Because what the heck do you do when you find out that your husband had crates of boxes filled with slides of his fishing trips with his brother, but nobody's identified in them at all, and nobody has a slide projector anymore. So we got some work ahead of us. Everyone, have a wonderful day, wonderful tomorrow, and maybe see you on Sunday morning. And take care.